Dudes in 2024 are acting so feminine, it's actually terrifying.
That's not the case. Men are just not interested anymore.
You wonder why there are so many lesbians out here now? Well, I'll tell you why. Because you guys are acting feminine as you want flowers, you want flowers. If we want you to take us shopping, you want us to take you shopping. You want to be treated like a woman. You want to be treated like a princess.
That is absolutely not the case. They just want to be left alone.
It is so creepy. I think that dating the same sex is becoming more frequent these days because of that. Because we are dating feminine.
Men aren't becoming feminine. They are becoming one with themselves in their solitude and hobbies.
The only way to deal with a man that is not obsessed with you is to throw him out and get a new one that is.
You wouldn't catch that man's attention in the first place because he has better stuff to do with his life.
Because what are you doing? He's not obsessed with you. He's literally not worshiping the ground that you walk on. He's not in love with you. Ew!
No man will do that because men have their pride, and they will only worship their creator.
Why do I want anybody that is not any of those things with me? That is disgusting. I only want to date lover boys. That's all I do. I need you in love with me and obsessed with me in order for me to even like you or look at you. Do you know what I mean?
We know what you mean, but still, we're not interested, thanks.
And I just feel like I see a lot of the girlies who are complaining about these losers. Like, they don't even like themselves. They don't even like themselves. How are they going to like you?
Men love themselves and respect themselves a lot.
Let's focus inwards. Let's start loving ourselves and being obsessed with ourselves. Now, the level of obsessed that I am with myself, like, I need a guy to exceed that. I need you to exceed that because I know I'm really it. Do you know what I mean?
That kind of obsession is toxic.
I know I'm really it. And he does too, and I love that for us.
Trust me, there is no man that will do that today.
A guy is not literally obsessed with you. We don't with him.
An awakened masculine man does not need a woman. But when he chooses to open his heart and devote himself to a woman of the same frequency, he is rewarded with a life and love like no other.
Exactly. A man doesn't depend on someone to be happy. So if you see him with someone, it is a choice, not a need.
Where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship?
You won't find them because they don't exist anymore.
Because it's not the dating apps. It's not the coffee shops. Definitely not the bars. Not at my age, because they're all like 21, 22.
Those men are working and building their lives and taking care of their mothers.
They definitely don't want to be in a relationship, and I definitely do not want to be a cougar.
She's right. Men do not seek relationships anymore.
I found out even those don't want to date for a relationship. So where are we meeting the ones that want to date and be in a relationship?
They have quit the game.
They're dating to see if we're compatible for a relationship, not other things. No.
That's crazy. Life is so much bigger than that, and I have a purpose to be the best I can be. The only person I want to make happy and take care of is myself.
Men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird. Because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world?
Exactly. There is nothing anymore.
Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7.
That's correct. It's beginning to be crazy out there.
Out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle.
When they are too focused on wanting men to prove themselves, they get too focused on what they want a man to bring and end up not getting a man in that case.
To make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same.
And that is why men are not obsessed.
And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting.
To a man, that is not something he's willing to deal with in the long term.
And if y'all are here to give them free looks and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention.
That's why chasing attention is a dangerous game.
And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive.
High-quality traditional women.
I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of trying to find love on him. I mean, damn.
I get the ick so quickly. Like, if you are not obsessed, if you're not obsessed with me, I don't want it. I'm immediately not interested. Like, what?
This is what men deal with nowadays.
No. Thirsty. You need to be absolutely starving for me. If I even feel remotely like you're not as into me as you were yesterday, like, I'm gone.
A man who has respect for himself and his morals won't drool over anything.
So sorry about that. Not really sorry. He watched my story and didn't slide up. He didn't reply. Ick.
That man should escape
Back of the line. Get to the back of the line.
the imaginary line.
I will dead move on in literally 30 seconds. Like, do not play with me. Do not play with me. And here's the thing. They do that whole hard to get thing, or they'll pull away. And I'm like, I'm off you.
Men do not do that to play hard to get. They just are busy. No time to play games.
Oh, I'm off you. Comes back. No. Sorry, you've had your chance. I don't do second chances. Cause like, what were you trying to do? Like, what were you trying to do, Brian?
Brian got out, and he is now happier.
Exactly. I'm with Bill now.
Brian is lucky to have gotten out of that situation.
This is the thing I hear from all women nowadays. We're all the masculine men. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, the second you meet them, you run and hide.
Because they don't want to sacrifice a part within themselves, so that would require them to show up.
Men are not willing to give up their commitment for somebody that is still committed to other things.
It has to be earned through sheer dedication.
And women need to really understand that it's not easy to be with a real man. Most women say they want a high-value alpha male. They don't. They've been trained to want men that lie to their face.
They get used to men being obsessed with them. So when they meet a man that can live without them, it is a punch to their ego.
A man without a vision don't need a woman. He needs a vision. He needs a plan. He needs a task. When God made the world, the first thing that God gave Adam was not a woman. It was a task.
Every man has a purpose in this life.
It was a duty. It was a mission. He told him to take care of the garden, take care of the land, name the animals. Adam wasn't just idle, sitting around. He was out living the purpose that God gave him at that moment. Then it was after that, the Bible say God saw no suitable helper. And then he made woman from man.
He puts his purpose and tasks first instead of being obsessed. Men's nature has been like this since creation.
So a man without a vision, without a task, without a plan, that don't know his purpose, don't need a woman. You need those things first. And then after that, a woman. A man plants the seed and a woman nurtures the seed that a man plants. A man builds the garden and a woman nurtures the garden.
So a man needs to find himself first.
A man provides and a woman nurtures what the man provides. I think that we put unnecessary pressures on each other and uncommunicated, unrealistic expectations for a woman to go out here and be all these things and a man to go out here and be all these things when originally you are not even created to do those things. So now you stretched and you stressed and now you further away from your purpose.
This is what happens when we go out of our traditional ways. Sometimes it leads to unwanted results.
Than ever before, and now you don't even feel like yourself because you haven't taken time to know yourself because you out here being all things for all people other than being the original thing you're supposed to be.
That's why it's dangerous being obsessed with something other than your purpose, because many got lost in that process.
So there is science behind why women should let men pursue them. So men's brains were wired to be hunters. Back in the day when guys had to go out and hunt for their food, their brains are wired to be better at picking up moving stimulus and taking visual cues.
Back then, there was mutual respect, mutual understanding, and helping one another. Now things have changed.
And they have a lot more of the hormone testosterone, which pushes them to go after what they want. So this is why in movies, you see a pretty girl walk by and then the guy notices and goes after her.
That is just in movies, not in reality. In real life, a man thinks twice.
This chase stimulates the reward center in a man's brain. Now for women, studies have shown that our brains are more wired to choose between different suitors. This is because with reproduction, women are the ones that get pregnant, carry the baby for 9 months, and so we're taking the greater risk.
That is a big problem because having many options will make a man want you less.
So our brains are wired to help us be selective when choosing the best mate. So I say we get back to the natural order of things. Guys, work hard to pursue. Women, choose wisely.
The only thing we should go back to is our traditionality and ending the games.
If you feel like a man is ignoring you, it's because you don't have a life, darling. And they do. Time to get a life.
Men care a lot about building themselves first before anything.
Men are not like women unless they are very insecure. Men don't need a lot of attention and presence to feel like they're loved. Okay?
Because men know they can be happy from within.
They don't need you to be all up under them all the time. They don't need you to know where they are every second of the day. They don't need to be in communication with you 24/7.
Exactly. Men have their own personal and private lives.
Okay, that's not what men do. But some strange reason, women feel like they're supposed to be attached at the hip, at the bone, in the mind, and be one person.
This shows that the tables have turned. I can't say this enough times. If a woman really wants true equality, then they can also approach men. Nothing to chase or to be obsessed with.
Why do men not understand hints in the slightest way possible? Okay, what happened to men being able to pick up on signals when women fancy them? Okay, I'm not making this 10-second eye contact for you to just walk out the room and pretend I don't exist, babe. Making the eye contact and even giving you a smile?
Maybe that guy didn't want to talk or wasn't interested.
And you're not doing anything about it. So you're calling me ugly and what you're doing. Why didn't they pick up on the hints that I'm madly in love with them? I've already envisioned that we're having 10 kids and we're having 2 dogs named Bert and Alan. You've already met my family in my head. We're already married, we've already settled down on a farm, and I can see you milking cows, to be honest, in our future, but...
It's not that they didn't pick up hints. They're just not interested.
You're not even going to reciprocate that? I've made eye contact with you and this is what you give me. Why do men not pick up on hints?
If a man did that, especially made eye contact and smiled, that would be considered creepy.
Tell me why. Tell me why. I've literally told you via eye signaling that I'm madly in love with you. What more do you want?
We want nothing, just peace of mind.
One thing that I've noticed is that it's literally always the ugly men trying to humble you. I have never, ever, not once in real, actual life been humbled by a sexy ass man.
The fact that if someone calls those men ugly speaks a lot about someone's personality and how they were raised. If a guy did that, he would be called cruel.
Like, nope, he's not doing it, baby. He is not doing it. Actually, those men, the confident, secure, strong, sexy, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, amazing hotties, they want you to pop your shit, baby. They want you to pop your fucking shit. And those men, they be getting everything.
They get everything, including wealth, a good job, and a woman that respects him, herself, and others.
It's the guy that, he's okay. He's maybe not that good looking, but he's willing to spend money. He's going to pay our bills. He's going to buy us nice things.
That is not going to happen.
He's going to take us on all the dinner dates. But is he the one? No.
Imagine doing all that and still getting a no. That's why men no longer care.
Not need a girlfriend to be happy. You see people in relationships and you see how happy they are and how well they get along, and now you think that getting into one is the key to all of your problems. And if you end up getting a girlfriend, you're still gonna have these problems. They're not gonna just disappear.
Well spoken, brother. Men truly believe that. They know that being obsessed and chasing someone is self-destruction. That's why they focus on themselves. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.